Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the BOTB Live Show. I am one half of the Bottom of the Bottom podcast, Jay Walker the third, and along with my brother Carolina Dirk. Normally, y'all would see me on screen, but I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm just gonna be kind of in the background and the let my brother and our guest this evening, the Great Nation Squad, speak to y'all. And Carolina, what's going on with you?
Ain't nothing, man. You already know what it is. Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. We back at it. We close to the weekend. Um, Once again, it's football season. I'm glad I found Mr. Gogan is a Packer fan. So we don't care about no other team right now. But
Boo.
we appreciate the Gray Squad coming on here and conversing with us. So we can go Miss Sherry, Renee, Chris, Mr. Steven, and then Janika, and we'll allow y'all to introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I am Sherry Robinson. I am a self driven individual who loves helping and serving others in the community, as well as very energetic, relatable, reliable, responsible, and always yearning to uh, be the best version of myself each and every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My name is Stephen Govan from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm the operations manager for Gray Nation. Very glad to be with you all tonight. I am a corporate DJ by trade, so I'm in the music industry also. Love modeling, love clothes, love Great Nation, love the Silver Fox community, and I'm looking forward to this interview tonight.
How you doing? My name is Chris Sumner from Rochester, New York. I'm a model, podcast host, actor, just all around Renaissance type of guy. Glad to be here. Appreciate you.
All right, I guess I'm next. I'm Renee Aaron. I am representing from the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Tell you a little bit about myself. I am a realtor here in this space. And proud of it. However, I am totally enthralled with the Great Nation Squad because I am embracing change on my journey fearlessly, which I like to say that I am the fusion of past experiences and future aspirations. So glad to be here.
Wow.
Hello. I am Janika, finance manager for Great Nation Squad. I am just that. I am Janika, a mother of two teenagers who keeps me pretty busy. Um, I love people, and I'm very happy and excited to be a part of Great Nation. I think we really have a great team. You know, we can agree to disagree and still remain a squad. There's a lot of moving parts to me. There are a lot of layers, and either way, I don't mind sharing them or they being sharing a piece of me. Not everything, but just a piece. But again, gradation. I look forward to bigger and better things.
Well, I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, coming on here. I did express that we'll tell you about our background. Me and my brother, we started this podcast back in February 2021. Um, the foundation is, hanging with our pops. Our pops, he just turned 70 back in July. But just growing up, instead of hanging out with my friends, we always kick it with them, and they always had interesting stories. It was always funny. Friends my age, they used to come over there. My friends will go over there when I'm not there and hang out and just enjoy the atmosphere. And we kind of wanted to bring that energy, on cam, considering there's so many podcasts. Everybody has their niche, and we just wanted to create our own lane. Um, I think we're over like 300 episodes. We do like 2 episodes a week. We have guests from horse trainers to motorcycle enthusiasts, comedians, singers, rappers, DJs. We really don't care. We just love the conversation aspect. A lot of people get, you get what you get out of conversation, but in the end, everybody just loves our vibe. So I totally appreciate y'all coming on. Once again, apologize for my brother in his health right now. I'm just not feeling well, but we're gonna make this work. So my first question is, I guess, the question that a lot of people like, and everybody can tell their story. How did you feel when you got your first gray hair? So I don't know who want to go first because that's something people whisper about. I mean, that's a movement that y'all are doing, but when you're 30, you get your first gray hair, you're like, hey, bro, you got a gray hair, or hey, girl, you got a gray hair. So how did y'all feel when y'all got y'all first gray hair? Whoever wants to go first.
I
Okay.
loved it.
When I first saw my first sparkle, of course, being a woman, and I was in denial. I was like, "Oh wow, where is this coming from? I don't have time for this." And then immediately went back to color it. What a lot of us do, but over time, as you become so full of wisdom, and once you see all that sparkle and wisdom, it's like, yeah, let's embrace this. Let's just go all out and just do this. Let's do this thing. And that's how my transition came about. And other than cutting, and we gotta just keep it straight talk here. When you cut the relaxer out of your hair, let it go, do its thing, go back to its natural state, and just embrace that. Now, believe me, it's a transition. Oh no, I'm speaking on part of it, being a woman, a female.
Mhm.
It is a transition, but it's a beautiful transition if you just let it just go and grow and glow, and glow.
I
Yes.
like it. I
Okay, I
like
like that.
it.
I
I
think for
like
me,
it.
when I got my first piece of gray, I liked it because my father's a military man. So when he retired, growing up. He said, "Man, I can't wait till I retire so I can just grow me a beard, grow my beard out." And so as time went on, he got a beard when he retired, but it started getting gray. And I remember everywhere we go, people were like, "Oh my God." My dad was a chief warrant officer, so they called him Chief. Chief, that gray, that gray. And my mother used to always say, "Baby, this gray, Lord, this gray." So I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait. I get some gray." So a woman could tell me, "Ooh, this gray, this gray, this gray." But then one day I grew up, and yeah, this gray, this gray.
I love
That's
Yeah.
cute.
So I just embraced it, man. And my dad, his is like this, this, this. So I'm like, I'm trying to get like my father.
that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
So my experience was a little different. I actually first noticed my gray hair at 19. So I was really premature gray at the time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what is that? So my first reaction was to
Work it.
pull it
Yeah.
out, get rid of it because I noticed my peers, they didn't have anything like that. Right. So I was like, okay. And then as time went on, it became more noticeable. I received more in areas that I won't name. I won't name. But I really started to feel a level of disconnection from society for real, because here I am 20, 30 years old, and the gray is really coming in to the point where I was coloring my hair like probably every 3 to 4 weeks. And then it just became too much. And during the pandemic, I always said to myself, okay, once I turn 50, maybe. But then I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I have to live in my truth. And living in my truth means to embrace what God has given to you at that stage of your life. And I felt like a hypocrite, really, because I was like coloring my hair and coloring my hair. And I'm saying to myself, okay, Renee, you're not a woman with brown hair anymore. Stop it. Embrace your gray. And I'll tell you, the day that I did it, it was so liberating. I felt free. And honestly, I have gotten stopped so many times. I get probably more attention with my gray hair than when I had brown hair. Because everyone, and I'm just talking from like what Sherry just said, from a female's perspective, right? Um, it's very negative to have your gray hair because it shows a sign of age. But I look at it, aging is a privilege.
Yes.
So why not be happy with the stage that you're in? So that was my story. I know I was a little long winded with it, but
No,
Yeah.
you're good. You're
it's a
good.
good conversation.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed.
I guess for me, whenever I got my first gray hair, I was probably in my 20s, early 20s. And I had a beard then, but my beard started getting the salt and pepper look. And so I remember I used to shave. I love my beard, so I used to shave it down close to my face like it was a shadow. And one of those times, as Chris could probably tell you, one of those times you just get sick of shaving. You know what I mean? You let your beard grow out. You know what I mean? 7, 8 days, and I let it grow out. And as it grew out longer, it was more gray hairs there. And I happened to go out one of those times, and people, like Chris said, people were like, "Oh." They considered it as a distinguished look,
Mm-hmm.
and talking about wisdom. And I remember Renee saying in a past interview we had, when people used to look at gray hair in a different way now,
Right.
but being old, but people look at it now as being like distinguished.
Yes.
So now, uh, I'm one of the people. I wanted to turn. I'm mad because my mustache isn't gray. I want everything to grow out gray because it's just a different look, and it's respect. You get respect out here in the street, and it's nothing like a woman. Oh, we love them silver foxes. They love them
Yeah.
silver. And coupled with, if you have some swag and you can put some clothes on, it can get you in trouble. The beard can get you in trouble. Definitely.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
Yeah.
Lord.
All right. So we
Can I
don't
can I just say something?
go
What?
ahead.
Well, first of all, when we see men, especially our black men with gray, I'm going to tell you, like, it's sexy. Like, it is on a different level.
Mhm.
It is sexy. Come on, just say it. It is sexy.
It's
It's
sexy.
Mm.
sexy.
It's sexy.
Period.
Mm.
Period. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah.
It's sexy. It's
Yeah.
unique. It looks good. And it takes our men up another notch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So distinguished, yeah, that's a nice way, but I'm gonna just tell you, it is sexy as hell.
Yeah.
And it is nice to look at. I mean, it's just it takes you up another notch.
So
I
let me
agree.
let
I
me
agree.
ask you let me ask you this, Share. What's the biggest misconception of gray hair?
Renee touched on it as being a senior citizen. um, and another thing, you're only as old as you feel, right? But that's a big misconception out here. Along with, uh, I think it's cultural conditioning with the silver hair. Um, but hey, it's just how you carry it. Uh, when you talk about a distinguished look, as Renee alluded to earlier, it does. I get compliments all the time, and I just let my hair go the way it want to go, and I still get compliments, and it's just like, this is me. This is what you're gonna get, and but yeah, it's just the misconception of just, are you old or this and that, and it's like, no. you know so
I,
that's
I
yeah.
think I think now, because what we live in, the age we're living in now. Back in the day, gray hair was so, oh my God. But now, You got people that's dyeing their hair trying to get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, I work with I work with men and women that's coming out of prison, and I also work a lot of youth because I do outreach too in the city. And all the young people, what's up, OG? I love that beard. What's up, OG? That beard, OG. I can't wait till I get a beard like that. So, like you said before, the respect thing is out of this world. And this gray, my sister told me during the pandemic. I mean, I had a little gray right here. I had a goatee. My sister said, Chris, you can't get to the barbershop. You know you like to go to the barbershop. I'll bet you $50 you can't let your beard grow. Bet. I grew the beard and it changed everything.
We I
Changed
never
everything.
I never thought we'd be in a day and age now where women were wearing gray wigs.
Yes.
You know,
And gray braids. And gray braids.
Yes.
back,
Yes.
braids, gray wigs.
Yes.
You know, and I'm like, wow. You know, so.
Let me ask you, let me get a female's perspective and a male's perspective. For a male, when you're at the barbershop, when they cut you, do you feel like the barbers are taking extra care of your gray hair compared to somebody young? And ladies, how do y'all feel about whoever do y'all hair? Do y'all feel the same? Do you think they take care of y'all hair more so than somebody younger? Put
Absolutely.
more love into it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, even to the point sometimes barbers take more pride. Like I've had my barber to actually take extra time and then want to take pictures,
Yeah.
post on their social media and stuff like that because it's such a growing trend out here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same one.
That's true.
Same. Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
So
I agree.
what is the hair care process for the men and the women when it comes to the growth of the gray hair, the texture of the gray hair, the glistening of the gray hair? Is there a certain technique that's used compared to if you got, regular, I ain't gonna call it young hair, you just got youthful hair, as you say?
I know for
Whoever
me,
want to answer.
my regimen for me is I actually condition my beard like maybe 3-4 times a week. And I also do something. My barber, like he does women hair the whole nine, and he actually comes to my house sometimes. And he told me something a long time ago. You ever see people that have gray hair and then the gray hair look kind of dingy, look kind of brownish looking?
Yeah.
There's something, and the women, when I say this, the women know I'm talking about. It's in the gray bottle. It's called shimmer.
Yep.
I put them out in my beard, and it gives it more white, the more glistening look. And I do that like once a week or something like that, And because one thing about gray hair is the devil. It's
Yeah.
so it has a mind of its own. It's gonna do what
Yeah.
it's want to do. It's something about gray hair. It's the most
Stuff.
stubbornest thing in the world. So you have to take extra care of it. I'm telling you, it's not like your regular
Yeah.
black hair or something like that. It's crazy.
Uh,
Like yesterday, I promise you, yesterday, because I get haircut every Wednesday. I mean every Thursday. Yesterday, I shaved right here. Because I'm like, okay, I got a couple things to do. Shave right here. It's back already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
my hair, I can get a haircut once a week. I'm good for like 4 or 5 days. But this,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah, my brother said I'd be looking like Yosemite Sam. Remember the dude, the cartoon used to be sick dude?
Yeah.
Because I got my whiskers and all that. But so, ladies, how do y'all feel about that? We'll ask Janika since she's just stepped in. Like, when you get your hair done, do you feel like your salonist or whoever does your hair just takes more care of it than somebody younger? Extra love to
Maybe let me understand the question. You said, do I feel like the person
your
that takes
salon?
care of my hair does it more than I would? Does it better than
No,
me?
just takes more pride in doing your hair compared to somebody young.
Well, let me tell you, yes, I love my guy. Like, I started off with a brush cut with him, like, and my hair was already gray, so I know I missed that part. So I've been gray since I was 14. So long story short, um, I was already gray, and I tried to color it blonde because I was like, I'm not doing this gray. We're not. Kind of get away from it. And he was like, well, listen. So I showed him some pictures, when I was gray, And he was like, so why we're not embracing that? I said I was, but now I want to kind of do something different. Maybe like a blonde pixie. But he said, well, I want you to get what you want. And I said, well, I do want to do my gray, but nobody knows how to take care of it. Like, I want it. And long story short, he has, like I said, my hair was a brush cut and he takes very good care of it. He takes very good pride. Um, he tells me what to do and what not to do. And that's just, don't mess with it. Like leave it, let your hair do what it does.
Mhm.
Um, you know, and he encourages me not to come to him so often because again, he's about hair care. And I didn't know he's a very reserved guy, doesn't really talk a lot. So when he tells me about he talks about my hair to other people and people that are wanting to go gray, but they're kind of scared and they're asking who I am and like, well, who's her? I know she's like she looks like she's too young to have gray. Maybe not so young, but and he's like, listen, she's been gray for a while. So um there's been some clients that are trying to embrace it. But like I always tell everybody, gray is not for everybody. Um and when I say that, meaning wear the gray. You can't let the gray wear you because if you're not ready for it, you're gonna just be drab. You're not gonna bring what it needs because gray is
Right.
as we know, is people relate it to age. They relate it that you're aging, you're not, your hair is not, and of course it is stubborn. But for me, it used to be stubborn. But when you have somebody that manages your hair, I don't have you know, I haven't had a problem with it. I love it. I look at it as another hair color. One might be brunette, one may be blonde. I feel like gray is the new blonde.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about
There
it.
you
It's
go.
it's really great.
So we'll go Renee, Sherry, Steve. We'll go to everybody. Do people ever just want to run their fingers through y'all hair because it's gray?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We'll let everybody speak on that shortly. We'll let everybody get a minute to speak on that real quick. Go ahead,
I
Renee.
don't.
We'll start with you.
I don't have any. Well, I shouldn't say I
Oh, go
don't
ahead.
have anybody that don't want to run their hands through my hair. But I do get a lot of compliments on my hair. But yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm going to answer. So I rock my hair naturally, right? So people are a little bit more curious um, because because everyone knows that gray hair is wiry. There's no pigment in, the hair follicle, right? So, and people know that gray hair has a tendency to be wiry, right? You can't lay it down. It has a mind of its own, like Chris said. And but I think people are more fascinated with the texture of my hair, not so much the color. But touching my hair is off limits, period. So they can look and they can admire my hair and my crown, but no, you're not going to touch my hair. Sorry. That's just
So
me.
for me, like I'm a few weeks of not getting it done, so it's done got rained on and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like just there. But typically for me, and I'm not speaking about me, I'm speaking about women. When my hair is bouncy and flowy, they're like, oh my, they mention, hey, it looks so soft. Let me, so that kind of rub, not anything else. But yeah, I do have people ask me about my hair or, is it everything? So I'm like, yeah, it's me. So
John, I'm not surprised because your hair, when it is straight and flowing, it is beautiful. So I'm not surprised that people want to touch it.
Mm,
yeah.
Chris, Steve. I know they want to run their finger through the beard.
I can't answer that honestly. Y'all know I
You
can't.
want
Well,
the, you,
damn.
Y'all
is
know.
this
Y'all know I can't answer that damn question.
is this a is this
Yes,
a
yes, they asked to. Yes, they asked to. But it all depends on it. I mean, honestly, being real with you, for a man, it all depends upon the time, the place, where you at. You know what I mean? And you know, they may or some. I'm gonna tell you something. Some women are so bold they won't even ask.
Yeah,
They'll
it's rough.
do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And say, I love your beer, and be touching it at the same time. You know, sometimes she pushed their hand away. You know, then some
Rude.
depends on who it is, what kind of mood you in, whether you welcome it or not.
See,
That's
Chris welcoming. I
rude.
can tell Chris welcoming. Chris unzipped his jacket just a little bit, just to put the ambiance out there. I think Chris loved that.
No,
Go ahead, Chris. Tell him about it. Tell him, Chris.
Is this a PG show?
So
No, you can say what the fuck you want to say. We don't give a shit what you say.
Oh, well, since I'm newly single now, and certain people that know this now, yeah. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, I had some experiences like you saying. I was in the grocery store, a lady just started rubbing my beard, and you know, even at church, and you know, and I got some crazy DMs about what they want to do with my beard, and yeah, it's
all the time.
it's a blessing and a curse. It really is.
Wow. Wow,
That's
Chris.
crazy.
Wow.
They not talking
Y'all
kitten
just do me a
cop,
favor.
you
Y'all
got
just keep me in prayer. That's it. Just keep me in prayer.
I mean, you don't even think women actually even think like that. The things they tell you what
They
they want.
work.
Some of the stuff they
I'm gonna
say,
pray for
I'm
you.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
I'm
really?
gonna pray for you, Chris.
Please do. I'm not even Catholic.
And you doing the sign of the cross. Okay.
I'm telling you.
So,
And my dad is a pastor. Ain't that something?
let me ask y'all this, because when I tell you, I showed about 5 or 6 people y'all page, and everybody was like, "Damn!" Like everybody, the damn was they clean. It was always, "Damn, they clean." Was that already y'all style as individuals before Gray Nation? And we'll let everybody touch on that. What was your style before Gray Nation?
Absolutely, that was all of our style.
Yeah.
That's why each and every individual is part. But I searched. I remember I saw Renee online, and I was like, I was in my garage, and I was like, damn, she's straight, she classy. And then I watched her day after day after day after day, and I was like, damn. So, because you got to watch people more than one on a consistent basis.
Right.
And damn, she clean. She got that swag. You know what I mean? And Sherry used to be my boss. So, I mean, I knew Sherry I've known her for years. So I knew she had that swag. And then Janika,
Yeah.
I was out one night at a celebration, and I looked over and I saw Janika, and I said some cuss words. I was like, damn, you know. Then she came up and she walked. She stood by the door, and I said, look, we're starting this group called Gray Nation. And she was looking at me like, I know you're trying to talk to me, you know what I mean? But I was like, I want you to look us up. I want you to check us out, you know what I mean? If you're interested in joining, we'd love to have you. And she reached out, you know, a couple of days later. And then Chris, I literally watched Chris online for probably maybe 2 months every day.
Wow.
Because I love big and tall fashion. And, you know, me and Chris both, you know, we ain't no skinny dudes.
Me neither.
I was like, this guy right here can dress. Renee, I think I even showed you a picture of Chris, didn't I? Before
Yeah, you did.
I said, this guy is sharp right here. He's sharp. And so, and then Tim was the same way. Tim and I used to be QC Silver Foxes. He was the same way. And Jeff, I watched Jeff for a long time too. And I knew his style and swag. So it's not only about the gray. It's about the character, it's about the swag, and it's about the dress. But this is something that was long before Great Nation. We all love fashion.
So, Renee, we're gonna ask you this: a
Yes,
man,
sir.
a man walks into a room that got that Gray Nation, that Silfox. That what's the first thing you notice? Is it the hair on the head, the hair on the face, or the outfit?
Okay. Truly, the smile.
Mm.
The smile. And then the outfit, the shoes. Yeah, it's the smile, the outfit, the shoes.
So the
In
gray
that
has
order.
both.
In that order.
Yeah.
Well, Morris
Really.
wasn't smiling.
What did you say?
I said, well, Morris wasn't smiling. Remember that video I sent you guys?
Oh
Morris
yeah,
Chestnut.
crazy. all the
He
time.
didn't have to smile.
Wow.
Okay. So some
Yeah,
don't
you
have to
having a
smile.
moment. Yeah, you.
He didn't
I
have
guess
to
she having a
smile.
moment.
But I think the smile gives off the confidence and I guess, you want someone very approachable, right? And I think that smile helps, right? So the smile is number one. And then, of course, the outfit. You got to make sure that it is tight.
Yeah.
The colors are coordinated. The fabrics are high quality. And then lastly, the shoes. The
The
shoes
shoes.
make the outfit, right? So, yeah, that's in that order. Smile, outfit, shoes.
Sherry, what you think? Same thing.
I like if I gotta do a double take, that's a yes for me because it's
Oh,
like
okay. That's
you,
simple.
yeah,
That's
it's
simple.
like you put together and then into that smile and then the attire. But yeah, that cut, that like precise cut shape. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Chris, for you, a woman walking in with the gray, what catches your eyes?
The way she walks.
Mm.
Yeah.
You got some women that overdo their walk because they want to be seen. Then you have a lot of women that they just glide.
Yeah. That
So
glide
you
hell.
glide past me and you smell good. That's another thing. I ain't
Yeah.
talking about
Yes.
I ain't talking about no
Hey, Chris,
$50 scent.
Chris, you asked to be prayed on, boy. You got the devil walking up on you. You just don't even know it.
That's just you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I study women.
Yeah.
I love women clothing. I love once she glide past me and I smell, then I'm looking at your shoes, your shoe game. Shoe game. If your shoes is leaning to the side, you know what I'm saying? My mother said I'm nosy. I'm not nosy. I'm just I'm observant. I observe everything. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, the last thing I look at your eyes, because your eyes is the key to your soul.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So if I'm looking at you, your
Absolutely.
eyelashes real hanging down, I can't see your eyes.
But that glide is hell though. Like that glide, I totally understand what that glide is. That glide,
That's real. That's real.
That glide is it seemed like when y'all walk into a room. Even my mom got it. Like church day, she walking in. Like sometimes your walk is so powerful, you don't even need to be walking. You just float.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Just
true.
float.
That's true.
Well, my favorite shoes are hanging to the side. You hear me? And I love them to death. You hear me? That helps me glide because right now.
Wait.
I
I wasn't ready for that one. I wasn't ready
Yes.
for that.
I love her.
And she's not kidding either. She's not kidding.
Absolutely not. Like
I love
I'll
her.
take a picture in them right now.
Tanika, but when you
Wait a
put
minute
on,
though. But wait a minute. Your glide overrules them shoes though. Your glide.
yeah.
But I
Speak
got
on
to have
it. Speak on it.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this then, ladies. When you sit down, is it the right leg over the left leg over the right leg?
Right leg over there.
Mine is the right leg over the
me,
left
it's
leg.
right. Mine's right over the left.
Agreed.
Sometimes depends on which legs feel heavier. It's like sometimes my legs don't. I'm serious. Like I don't know Like
You
seriously, because I see my pictures, I'm like, why was my leg over there? But I know because it just depends on what I have on, or what feels heavier. Because it's normally right over left, but I have some left over right for obvious reasons. Depends if I just eat,
yeah.
you know, But
All
yeah,
depends on what side they split on. Yeah.
Mhm.
All depends on what side the split is on.
Well,
Absolutely.
for the men, Steve, some men crossing their legs more often now. So how do you feel about that? There
Who,
is
men?
no split.
LA?
Just men in
Hell,
general.
I don't know. Me and Chris, we can't do that.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
mean,
too long.
we do it. We do it in some photo. We do it in photo shoots sometimes, but
Yeah.
literally, it's
I
literally
never
for.
felt comfortable doing that though.
Me
I
neither. I never did it. Like
Never
I'll
did.
do it for a split second, put some lotion on my foot, on my heel,
But it ain't
but I
gonna be
don't feel
long.
comfortable. Yeah, it
or,
won't be
or
long.
or in the photo shoot to play off your socks. You'll do it
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
but bring it right back.
Right.
You know,
Other than that, I'm good.
good. I'm good.
So let's talk briefly about this. Go ahead.
I just think for a man, I don't want to see his legs crossed like the duration of an event or something. Like I need you to move those legs,
But
It's
you got some men that cross their legs, and then when they cross their leg, they move their foot like a woman too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't.
See, listen, that's what I'm saying. I've
Yeah.
seen that. Like
Yeah.
that means you're doing it's a little too
Too much for me.
involved. Yeah,
I seen Denzel cross legs for about 20 minutes in an interview now.
What?
That's
Well-
Denzel. He can do that though.
yeah, right. Well, you got to be a Denzel, like, or
Yeah.
But I get it. I get it. We know. It just like I said, it's just not something that men need. And I'm gonna tell you something really funny, guys. So I have a 16-year-old son, and he's very. I don't know. He watches. He doesn't say he's soft spoken, but he watches everything. And it was a friend of mine. Name was Henry. I didn't know he was, and he started crossing his legs. My son would start crossing his legs. I'm like, oh my God, wait a minute, And I was like, Joshua, why do you cross your legs? He's like, because Henry does it, I was like, oh, so he watches, other, whatever, but he doesn't. But there's a way to cross your legs as well. Like as a man, if you're gonna do it for a duration, like you cross it at the, like your legs are still on the floor, and it's like you're crossing it at the ankle, but not, for the duration. Yeah. But yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. We're gonna divide it between men and women. What is the outfit, the shoes, or whatever you pick out first before y'all step out?
That's a good one.
I don't understand the question. Say that again.
Say the question again.
What for male and female? What item do you just pick out first? Do your shoes? If you pick your shoes out, do you find an outfit to match your shoes? If you pick your shirt, depending on what you wear, do you pick that for the blazer, the pants, the socks, and the shoes? Or if you pick a dress for women, does that affect the style of hair you're gonna wear with the shoes and the drawers, no drawers, the bra, no bra? Like it's so much, but you don't think about it till you laying it out there and putting it on.
I think it depends
For me,
on where
it's the
you're
outfit
going.
first.
Yeah, I'm the outfit first.
Yeah, I'm outfit first because if it ain't laying right on my the shoe is, I can get that, but
You just say your shoes are leaning. You know you don't care about those shoes.
right. Those are my go-to. Those are my go-to. And that's very true. My go-to shoes, they are leaning. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like the outfit, because if you have the shoes and you just can't find the best outfit, to go with you know what I mean? Like once I get the dress, then I can find some shoes. Or again, if I don't, I have my go-to. I have my lean ones,
So the lean backs.
Yeah.
It
Just
is
slide
definitely
right
the dress, the outfit,
Yeah.
and then all the accessories,
Oh,
even
yeah.
your hair comes
Yeah.
together. Yeah, it brings it all together.
Okay. Sherry, you got something on that?
I don't have a routine. I guess it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm going to church, then I know I'm gonna do the suit first. If I'm knowing I'm going out to an event, I know I'm gonna do my shoes first. If I think I'm going to a basketball game, I'm definitely doing my hat first. So it depends on what I'm going, and also depends on my vibe and how I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got something, Steve?
I mean, that's the same thing with me. I'm just like Chris. I mean, it all depends. I mean, if we're like churching or formal or something like that, of course you're gonna pick your outfit. But I have started with shoes before. I see a bad pair of shoes, I gotta have them, and then we're gonna work our way up from right there. Yeah.
What I would say for y'all, for all y'all, is like you take the same outfit that either one of y'all put on, male or female put on, and you put it on with somebody else. I just feel like y'all gray hair, y'all stature, and it might be because y'all also all y'all say y'all model. I say the outfit gonna look better. Um, what is when you put an outfit on, ladies and dudes too, because we've done it. Do you know when the glide has actually been activated?
Hell yeah.
If you, when you spray the cologne on or the perfume on, it's on and popping from right there.
It's on the popping, right?
It's on and popping from right there.
So, ladies, when is the glide? When is it in effect?
I think for me is when I step into wherever I'm going to. Is game on. Let's go.
For me, as soon as I put my shoes on, and because when I say that, I wear slides. Like I've done the heel thing, and I'm like a soccer mom right now, so I'm very comfortable. Like if you see me out and I'm dressed like that, is not normally me, unless I'm going somewhere. But so I actually drive in my flats, right? So when I say it starts when I put if I don't put them heels on, they going to work, So I'm gliding as soon as I put them on.
Renee, you already said yours?
No, I'll tell you. That glide starts soon as I look into the mirror and I'm about to walk out the door. And it carries all the way until I get to the event.
Yeah.
You know what that sound like? That's like Usher. When he had that song, you don't have to call it. He jumped out the shower. He was dancing in the mirror. And they got in the car. They danced all the way to the club. Got out the car and danced their way into the club.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you this. And people will feel and notice it as you walk through the hall, the garage, you park your car. Like driving. It carries over, it spills over into everything before you get to the event. The event, you're like, yes.
Now I'm laughing at Renee because Renee don't like to wear no heels. Renee she gonna bring her play. I'm laughing at her because Renee, even though she looks great in her heels, Renee has those flats on standby. So
yes. That's why, you know what? It was so funny because when Chris said something about, woman and her heels and shoes, and I'm saying to myself, what part of the event are you referencing to? Because I'll tell you, it's like the first hour you're good, and then after that, as the night goes on, it's like, okay, can I take these shoes off or can I go sit down?
Like my dad used to say, the first thing that happen to you is your feet be hurting somewhere. And that's just for a man. That's for a man and a woman. You know what I mean? Don't y'all get it twisted.
I'm gonna tell you this.
We put shoes on that we want to come up out of too. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, shoe care.
Now, yeah. It be some shoes.
Yeah,
it be some shoes. You be like, my pinky toe is killing me right now.
You hollering, man, hollering.
Wow.
That was Steve at our last photo shoot. That was Steve. He over there. He was leaning. Remember, Steve?
Wow. If you over 200 pounds and over 6 feet, your feet gonna be hurting.
Listen, that's why you have to invest in good shoes. My dad told me this a long time ago. I had bought some cheap shoes. I think I bought from Burlington or something. They was like $49.99. But I was like, they dope. And I wore them like once in the bottom fell. My dad said, what I tell you about them cheap shoes? He said, let me tell you something, son. He said, you only got one set of feet and they got to carry the rest of your life. Don't you wear no cheap shoes.
But you also ain't break them in. You know you got to stretch them shoes. Certain shoes you got to stretch. You got to break them in. You got to wear them like 2-3 days before you really supposed to wear them.
Yeah.
But I do that when I buy a pair of shoes. I walk around the house the day I buy them, just walking around with them.
You bring them in.
Because I don't want to surprise them when I put them on the first time.
Yeah, the way the men's clothes are made now is going more towards the European cut, and everything is like smaller now. So You got to go up a half a size or a
I might have
size.
to go up 2 sizes. The way I'm built.
Yeah.
Well, the secret to that is I tell people all the time, some people, they can't afford to get like custom made suits that fit to you. Okay, say for instance, you got a suit US size 42 regular. All right, get a what? Get a 40, 44 regular, but take it to the alteration shop and have them cut it up to fit you. Then guess what?
Absolutely.
You got a tailor-made suit.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do
Absolutely.
that.
Every suit I ever bought this rack. Because at the end of the day, that really ain't your size. Okay, you say 42 regular, but you be like, okay, but this is off a little bit. You still got to have this done. So it's really not your size. So just go ahead and take it, and for me, every time I buy a suit, I know I'm going to pay the same amount for a suit. I'm okay for the alteration, but it's going to fit me. Like the ladies were saying earlier about they know how they look when that thing fits you right. When that thing fitting you right.
Yeah, every time I put on a suit, I was glad. I ain't put on too many suits, but whenever I put on a suit, it was like having a fresh pack of drawers on. A fresh pack of drawers is like a different feeling, right? So when you got a fresh pair of drawers on, it seems like you extra clean. Fresh pack of drawers, shower, fresh cut. You just feel like can't nobody touch you.
Extra clean.
That's extra hilarious. Clean. But let me ask y'all, ladies. It'll be a ladies and a men one. Ladies, what is y'all best smelling perfume, and what cologne do y'all like the men to wear?
Ooh.
And fellas, that question is in reverse for y'all. So we'll let 3 ladies go first.
My best is, and God knows I hate that I don't even know. It's I like Baccarat. Actually, I've never had one for myself. When I tell you I love it, every time I go in the market, I'm just like, can you just I love that. But there's something next to it that I like too that's a little less. And as far as for men, I don't know. I just know that we had a video shoot that we had. I don't know which one of the guys had it on. And I said, whoever y'all smell so, and nobody wouldn't tell me. So whatever it was whoever is either out of Steve, Tim, Bud, or Garen. They had a smell that I was like, now this smells amazing. So I don't know what it was. So I'll say that's the smell.
So if you don't know the name of it, right? But what do you like? Do you like the woodsy smell, the clean smell? You know.
Yeah, I'm it has to, as long as it's clean, it smells fresh. I don't like anything sweet or strong. It has to be a very light, no spicy, just light and fresh. Not almost like they didn't put cologne on. It's just their smell. That's kind of nothing strong.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
I am a Chanel girl, and I as far as a man, I like Da Vinci Pie. That I think that's still out there. Yeah, that's a hot smell.
Da Vinci smells good.
Okay.
What's your favorite Chanel?
Chanel number 5.
Okay.
Smells
good.
Yeah.
All right.
So me. So are we finishing with the ladies? Okay. So I wear Gucci Bloom. I love that fragrance. And I don't know if I'm correct, but I'm going to put myself out there. I think the fragrance that I like for men,
Say it, girl.
it's Creed.
Okay, Creed.
I heard of that.
Creed.
Which one?
See, I knew. I know there's all variations of it because you can actually go and there's a blue one, there's a red one, there's a green bottle, there's a gray bottle. I don't know. It all smells good.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that is high quality cologne for men. And I don't think I've come across any bottle that smell funky or didn't smell right. So yes, I like all of them.
Yeah. All right, Chris, Steve.
For me, I like for a woman, I love Dior. I can opt Dior, or I remember in the late '90s, Fendi. I love Fendi. Always smelled different on a woman. To me, I could always be because I worked in a club then, and I always could tell when a woman walked by me they had on Fendi. But I like Dior too, and for a man, it all depends. If it's every day, then Savage. Yeah,
Heard of it.
Savage. Or Savage. I would say every day. Special occasion, I'd say John Paul. Is right now is my favorite.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, my cologne game up.
The thing about cologne, either with perfume, everybody can't wear everything, so you got to find something that matches your body and chemistry.
Exactly.
Mine
It
gonna
might
have
smell
bacon
good to
grease
you,
on it.
but it might smell nasty on her.
Yeah, mine gonna have bacon grease.
I think for me, a woman
Bacon
favorite
grease.
is I like the Jimmy Choos for women. I like the Dior for women. Baccarat is cool, but for men, I am a Bond number 9 dude. Yeah, Centerpiece. But I'm also Tom Ford got a new cologne that's coming out. I think it's out yet. It's called excuse my language. It's called Fuck You.
Yes, I see.
For real?
Yeah.
Yes.
For real?
It must
It
be
smells great.
Who said yes? What
great.
female said yes? That was you, Janika? That said yes?
Yeah, Tom Ford. I used to date somebody that wore Tom Ford.
That thing must smell good.
But it
wasn't
was
Yes.
Yeah,
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. Anything Tom Ford is good.
Yes.
And then I'm also into. I'm starting to get into it because when I went to Dubai, my dad bought some, and it's about maybe $400 for a bottle this big. You need one drop on it, and so now, I mean, you see it on TikTok over there. All these arid smells now. So I'm into that too now. You know, it's some stuff that, you know what I'm saying. I wore something the other day, and this woman said, "Oh my God, come here." She told her husband, "Come here, smell him, smell him, smell him."
No, don't do that.
Smell him.
Don't bring no other man over here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And they'll
take,
you can
it
buy
depends
those.
on where you're going.
You can
If
buy
I want to make a statement, I know what to put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bonds I've heard about. They're good.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all, entering into Gray Squad, not knowing what it was fully, learning afterwards, what is everybody's perception of what Gray Squad means to them? Gray Squad, Gray Nation means to them. We'll start at the top with Sherry and come on down.
Again, creating that sophisticated space for professionals to really organically network together, collaborate together, embrace their sparkles, the men with their gray beard, and just embrace it. Embrace the sparkles, the greatness.
I would like to say, like, embrace elegance, timeless style meets mature sophistication.
You got away with words, man.
Well, thank you.
Janika?
Oh, I thought we were going down.
We was. Yeah, we was. Chris got it. Chris was still lounging. Like Chris
sorry.
thinking about who rubbing their fingers through his beard.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go down.
I'm the new kid on the block, so for me, I'm real big on synergy. So I think what they bring is a synergy, and what I love most, and I think that we possess. A lot of people don't have it, and I'm big on this. Is class. A lot of people don't have class.
Bro, y'all got class.
Yeah, class covers a multitude. When you have class, you have sophistication, you have dignity, you have something that people don't even talk about no more, and that is having intestinal fortitude. That means having balls to do whatever, whenever and however, but do it in a classy way.
Yeah. Big balls, gray hair balls.
Steve, you got it?
Yeah, Steve.
I think I see it as an opportunity for us all to be free and operate in who we are just as people. We don't have to put on any fronts, and what you see is not a front. What you see is who we really are. I'm the one I get picked on all the time because they say I'm really passionate.
Oh,
I'm a passionate person because I don't know. My mom raised me. She said, "Steve, whatever you set out to do, do it in excellence." And I'm not about half doing shit. I'm about uh, putting our whole selves out there, giving something everything. But I love the camaraderie that we have. I love how when we're in public, I watch the way people look to us, the way people gravitate to us,
Mhm.
because we give off an energy that allows somebody to feel confident in who they are. So it's authentic.
Mhm.
So that's what I love so much about Great Nation.
What do y'all what do y'all friends and family that are not of Gray Nation, Gray Squad, Silver Fox, any of that? How do they feel about the movement that y'all are in, that y'all promote?
So for me, I get so let me so again, Great Nation is a really great movement to be a part of. For it allow like I said, it allows people a safe space to be great if they want to embrace it. Because and this time, being natural, it can be costly, but not as costly. And right now, all the chemicals that's out and things of that nature, we're finding out it's can be harmful later on down the years. So with that being said, I get so many people. I tell Steve and Sherry all the time, I'm like, they'll call me, they're like, what the gray heads doing this weekend? Where y'all going this weekend? What the gray heads? And I said, first of all, let me get you straight. But no, I'm like, we busy. And when I tell you, I have, people are wanting to know where we are. They want dates, where we're going. Um, and even the younger crowd. I have one guy, he always messages me and he's like, "You my favorite old lady," because he's very, very young. But at the same time, um, he was just like, can we come to the party? Do we have to be gray? And I'm like, no, you don't have to be gray, but I kind of want you to be a little older. We're kind of looking for a mature crowd. Um, but they're always asking. So, like I said, they're always asking what the gray heads doing. I'm like, the gray heads. And even with our Facebook page, they're like, do we have to be gray for us to join the page? I'm like, not at all. Because if the Lord is willing, you are gonna be gray if that is
Yeah.
in your, if that's in your scope. Some people don't gray. So with that being said, hopefully this is a platform that will allow you to embrace it and understand that it doesn't have to mean or symbolize um being old. Just mature style. Do it your way. Like I always say with me, I wear gray my way. I don't care what nobody say. I've had people say, "Hey, grandma," and it's so funny because young people, they think of us being a grandmother or however they go, and I said, "Thank God I'm not yet," but that's 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 pretty much what I get all the time. What are we doing now?
And that's funny. That's funny. My sister FaceTimed me. Was Monday. She FaceTimed me Monday, and I looked and I said, "Lisa, you letting your gray come out?" She was like, "Yeah, y'all done gave me a little bump." She said, "I'm getting ready to let my gray come out because and
Yeah.
that's good." She came to our 50 Shades of Gray event, and she raved about how classy it was and how good of a time that she had. So just like Renee and Sherry and Janika are saying, they're examples to women out here who have been coloring their hair for so long that it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to embrace.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's you, it's us, it's who we are.
Mhm.
Yep. Exactly.
Um, Other than that, and I understand if people think different, but gray hair on black people just look upper echelon when it's done right. Like y'all say, if it's
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
if it's maintained correctly, it honestly, as a young person, I don't care what your job is because I wouldn't even ask if it's maintained. If everything you have is maintained, like you say, what up, what up, pop, whatever, and I'm right under there. But that distinguishedness, that power,
Mm-hmm.
that language that we talk when it's clean cut. Um, me and a coworker had a conversation today, and I was just like, especially women. Um, Women are so powerful when they're quiet. They have way more power when they're quiet. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but when a woman, either one of y'all walk in, y'all are fully dressed and got your perfumes and your glide. Once you start gliding, you haven't said nothing when you walk through the door. But the power that y'all put into that room is everybody's lurking and trying to figure out who you are. And they might already know who you are, but now they're trying to figure out your smell. They done figured out your smell. Now they trying to figure out you ain't had them shoes on the last time, and you ain't said nothing through this whole thing. So that's where I was going with it when it comes to a woman being so powerful when they walk to a room, just not saying nothing. Like it's crazy. It's crazy that happens, especially with the younger age. They get to a club, get to a party, they want to be seen. They got to have action, 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 action. And the
I
three
think
of y'all are giving the same action, and y'all being polite. Y'all taking turns. Y'all got obviously different styles, and when y'all hit a room, all three are gonna have the same equal amount of power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's the same thing with men too.
Well
And I
said.
think
Definitely.
I think it's not just the aura, it's not just the glide, it's the aura.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a presence. I've been told that before. I ain't gotta say a word. My presence
Yeah.
and my confidence speaks for myself. I ain't gotta say nothing. They saying, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" I was in the store today getting a sub sandwich. Lady said, are you somebody?" So my mind, no, in my mind,
Yes,
I'm
I
like,
am.
yeah, I
Yeah.
am somebody. Yeah, I am somebody. She said, white one, this is a white woman. So I'm like, what do you mean by that? And I started laughing. She said, no, you just have this aura about you. I said, okay, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. So I appreciate that. Then the lady behind the counter, she said, well, I think it's the gray, She said, I think you using some pictures and stuff because I was on the billboard in the city. I said, yeah, I was in the billboard because I hosted this show. She said, oh, I know I seen you. Send the white lady, she hi, so it's your presence. Now if I was in there with a snake nasty attitude, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very careful about that, about how I present myself, and I'm very careful about where I go to.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all see Gray Nation going into the future? Because we told y'all 45 minutes and we done rolled past that. Like I said, we love conversation. So we'll go through everybody and we'll talk about the Gray Nation, Gray Squad future. We'll go from the bottom up. We'll go with Janika, then Renee, Chris, Steve, and then Sherry.
So for the future of Gray Nation, as we've discussed in previous meetings, um, anything great is not going to be made overnight. So I'm enjoying the baby steps. I don't need the fame. Yes, we would love the fortune. But I like seeds, I don't like artificial, which is what we represent. This is who we are. Um, so with that being said, I think how we are tailoring the movement, um, we'll get where we need to be when we need to be there. But the main thing is how people receive us. Like I said, we're not just gray and classy and professionals and all that. We also want to be a service, because we all have those those careers where we're of service anyway. But we want to be of service. So I rather be known if I don't model one piece of clothing for wow, Great Nation. They came in and they were just a great group of people. They did this, they did that, with style and grace, and just not even that, just enjoying that people wants to follow our lead. People want to get a gray. I got two gray coming in. Oh my God. So I'm just saying, like, I I see us not only, you know, being on TV shows, talking about where we started, continue to be a family because we all have became family. Like we can agree to disagree, and it's right back to Great Nation. So I think we're gonna be great because, like I said, we offer something that people don't offer. And one thing I can tell you, people may not say anything. Just like the other day when I got a text from one of my friends that we talk not often, but they're watching. They are watching and they are wanting to know, And sometimes they just may watch from afar. But either way, they're watching, and that's a good thing because we're doing great things. So it's not like they're
You
watching us
definitely
do
are.
bad things. So but that's where I
You,
am.
de- you definitely are doing great things.
Okay, who's next? Steve?
Renee?
Oh, I go? Okay. So my hope for Great Nation Squad is to be one of the top brands for corporate brands to acknowledge um, that we are part of this movement, beauty and refinement and defying ageism. And we have um, the folks that can actually deliver that message to a wider audience now, right? Um, there's a lot of folks that are our age. What? We're Generation X. Well, right? Tail end of baby boomer, Generation X, right? And we're young and vibrant. And I think corporate brands are starting to say, wait a minute, this is an audience that we really haven't acknowledged. And we need people to represent in that space. So that's where I see Great Nation Squad becoming eventually this brand, helping bridge the brand and the audience, and for the audience to feel comfortable being in their skin.
I think for me, I see Great Nation as a movement, not just a movement because we look good or we smell good or we walk good, because we have morals and values. We have integrity. We have uh, we have class. I see us doing commercials. I even see tutorials helping young men. Some young men don't know how to tie ties. Um, Young women, I look at a lot of young ladies now. They like that ratchetness. You know, teach them how to be a lady. Listen, how to sit down, not to be loud, how to put your makeup on correctly. And I think Great Nation can help with those components, not just young people, but older people too. And then also, I see us as being a force to be reckoned with in this industry.
As for me, starting out in this industry, and our fellow comrades like the Salt and Pepper Gang, Silver Fox Squad, Wolfpack, those guys, um, and looking at them and having a great amount of respect for them, we wanted to be different. And our difference is that we included women, great, beautiful, gray haired women inside of our organization. So we're one of a kind. We're first ones who really have put this together and stayed out there. And that's something that I get all the time. People had talked about it, but nobody really had ever done it. So it's not a challenge for us because, we blend together very, very well. And I do see us being that movement, being that light, being that encouraging force that's out here in the industry and in the marketing system to be able to show people that it's okay. It's okay to embrace who you are. You don't have to cover up. You don't have to make your butt big. You don't have to get big breasts. You don't
Yeah.
have. You can just be who you are.
Yeah.
Beautiful black woman, and be what God made you, beautiful.
Yes.
And as far as men, we can be an example to these younger guys out here. When they call us OG, I don't mind being called OG. OG, you wearing them clothes today? You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
compliment.
Okay, that's a compliment. The son, one day they're gonna come to me. I mean, Jeff, the other guy, this the other man that's in our squad, he says how mother had called him to dress her son for the prom. And I consider that an honor.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Nice.
Look to him to do that. And hopefully they may call Chris next, Tim next, Steve to dress this young man to go to the prom, because it's another way. It's another way, you know, out there than what they're actually doing right now. But they need to see us as men living successful lives and want to pattern themselves after us. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we have to be careful of what we do out here in the streets and the way that we represent Great Nation. And I'm proud that we represent ourselves in the way that we represent ourselves. That way it will bleed over to this younger generation.
Absolutely, Stephen. So on that note, as far as me, where I see Great Nation, the future of Great Nation, aging gracefully. I love talk about money financially, as well as healthy, as well as continuing to be stylish, fashionable. Um, we don't have to dress a certain way just because you're aging gracefully. But yeah, and just continue to service the community, just with each and every one that's before me that touched on it. Giving back, serving that community, educating, grooming the youth, and that generation behind us, or they need our help. They need us. The world needs us. So there you have it.
Y'all some black superheroes. Whenever y'all do a chapter in South Carolina, especially Columbia, I might have to join that chapter. I might have a couple more great streams by then. But we told y'all it'd be about 45 minutes to an hour. We well over an hour. Like I said, our show is just based off conversation. We don't care about nothing else. It's just straight conversation. Every guest we've had on here said they're willing to come back just because our vibe is what it is. I know y'all didn't get to experience my brother's vibe, but what I want to do is formally invite every one of y'all back on the show. You can have a partner, as far as, let's say, Renee and Janika want to do it, or Renee and Sherry, or Sherry, and like, we want to invite y'all back on, hopefully before the end of the summer, which is dope. End of the winter, because which is dope is the clothing period come on. You wear more clothes, a whole nother style than what it was, when it's 1,000 degrees in July. But I definitely want to bring every last one of y'all back on the show. You can either come by yourself or bring one of y'all, but just have another conversation. Like, this shit was dope. This shit was very dope.
I'm still here as well, guys, and I just kind of was taking in the conversation and the questions and answers that were provided.
Because he older than me and got less gray hair than me, so he couldn't conversation.
But what I was gonna say is, like, we never had an image. We never had this image of our people.
Our people.
We see pictures of Frederick Douglass. We see all these older individuals. We've seen older people in the civil rights movement, but we haven't seen the modern day mature, and that's what y'all are showing. And when we were young, we didn't want to dress like our parents, but this generation right here is actually, like a guiding light to, you're not just, these young people say wash, you 32 years old, you washed up. But nah, you haven't been alive long enough to know, what I've experienced and what you guys have experienced. And now it's looking more elegantly, more exquisite. And I think they can, take heed to that, of course. But I appreciate everything that you guys are about as individuals and as a team.
You're welcome.
So this is what we'll do. We're about to close out, so we'll go through everybody. Everybody get about 20 seconds of just a closing mark. You can either say your IG, your Facebook, social media, what you do for a living, or you can just say, God be the glory. It don't matter what you say. We just want to give everybody just a spotlight on who they are and how they feel. So we'll go from the top bottom now. So Sherry, we'll go to you first, then Renee, Chris, Steve, and then.
Okay, I again thank you. Thank you very much. I am Sherry Robinson, corporate bank executive, and you can catch me on IG under the Sherry Experience. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm Renee Aaron. I represent the DMV area. I am a realtor and I could service all your real estate needs in the nation. So it doesn't matter where you live, I can help connect you to the right person that can guide you. And it was a pleasure to be on this podcast tonight.
Cool. My name is Chris Sumner, man. You can find me. My IG is csumner.style or Facebook Chris Sumner, or check out Great Nation. I also have a podcast called Off the Cuff that's on the VTV network. You can see it on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV. My new season is coming up the next 2 weeks, October. I forgot the date, but download it. Like I said, Roku, Fire Stick, and represent New York to the fullest.
All right, now, Chris, I get cleaned up. I can be for that show now. I can get the Sammy Sam trim.
Janika, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll let you close operation. So I'm Janika Daniels, out of Greenville, North Carolina. I'm not sure if anybody know about that. It's a Greenville, South Carolina. People always talk about. I am in finance, worked in mortgage, but I am looking forward to the movement, as Chris was saying. Um, I just to piggyback, these kids are looking for us and to us. So I just want to be the example, not only to my children, but our children as a whole, in the community. Outside of that, that's all I have. And thank you for having me.
Definitely.
All right, and I'm Steve, the ops manager for Great Nation from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a corporate DJ out here, specializing in corporate events, and I do a lot of weddings. And thank you so much for having us here on the show tonight. We want to personally invite you, your brother, and all your listeners, fans, and everybody else to Charlotte, North Carolina on November the 9th. November the 9th to our Blazers and our Boots affair that we're having at Sophie's. You can find it online if you look on Great Nation Squad on Instagram, Great Nation Squad on Facebook. We would love to have you follow us on both of those platforms. My personal platform is Mr. Govan, Govan. And again, we hope we to see you November 9th in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it starts what time, y'all? From 2 to 7 o'clock p.m. Boots and Blazers affair. If you've never been to one of our parties before, you're in for an experience. We have a really, really classy time. And again, thank you so much it's an honor for us to even be asked to be on your show. And we look forward to the future collaboration together.
For my brother Gideon, I just want to say, man, I totally appreciate each and every one of you individuals. And as an individual, we definitely want to bring you back on finance and mortgage, just anything. Chris, you talk to the youth. Like, those are the conversations we like to have anyway. So
yeah,
to me, my brother tell you, one of my little slogans is networking is a superpower. And I feel like y'all coming on here like I'm networking, and I want to bring each one of y'all on by yourself because, interest rates cut. So people might be buying a house. Or as far as banking, people might want to get their money straight to buy a house or to invest their money or to do whatever. I just want to make sure that y'all know I want to reach out to each one of y'all individually and bring you back on the platform and then bring y'all back on together, man. Y'all got me thinking about my beard. Like I said, the Sammy Sam is just some shit my brother did just to try to take down my pride. Like I can curl shit.
No, you should shave that shit.
But I got a couple of gray strands down here that's long. I'm trying to tell you, the gray strands down here long. Y'all can't see it right now on the TV, but they long. But we totally appreciate it. Like I said, this is our vibe. This is what we like doing. This is what we love. This is the energy we love. So we definitely want to bring y'all back as individuals and bring y'all back as a group, man. I love the movement. I definitely love them. I've shown people I know the IG page, and like I told you, like, damn boy, the boy clean, or oh damn, that lady Stephanie. Like it's all nothing but respect when they talk. So
Awesome.
myself, I want to be in that light too.
We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, go ahead,
Absolutely,
Jay.
man. Look,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. And to your brother,
absolutely.
man, feel
No,
better, brother.
I appreciate y'all,
Yeah.
man. Look, we don't know anymore in 2024. Once upon a time, it was just a regular cold. Now you just kind of wake up like, did I die last night? But I'm starting to come back, and I appreciate the well wishes. For everybody that absolutely for everybody that tuned in, if you are of a certain age, if you're not up, or if you're not of a certain age, if the Lord blesses you, you will be, man. Um, I just always appreciate it. Like I said, I see the wisdom in it. I see the life in the gray hairs that grow into our body. I always used to say I would never color my beard because we don't get to grow old. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to see the images of us growing old. So what you guys are doing is a masterpiece, man. And it's like I said, it's a goalpost. You're changing and setting
Hmm.
trends
Hmm.
for people that are becoming mature. So
Hey,
I
real quick,
appreciate
real
everything
quick,
that you guys have done and said here. Go ahead.
real quick. I want because I've heard this like 3 times this week. People talk about their future. They don't know if they have a future. If you got gray hair, you've had a future. Now, what you did with it is different.
Hmm.
Mm,
Mm.
But if you are able to get gray hair, and I understand y'all ladies, y'all said, which I did not know. I seen a couple people do it, have gray hair when I was young, whatever, but it wasn't acknowledged because they're trying to pull it out, whatever. But the conception is that you get gray hair when you're young. And I try to tell these young people when they feel like, man, I ain't got nothing left, or I'm tired of working, or I'm tired of this stress. Like, when you get to that gray hair, and you're able to get to that gray hair, and you're able to maintain that gray hair, and you're able to maintain whatever benefits and work that you got and put food on your table, that's a whole nother status symbol, and they ain't got to deal with your taxes. It's another status symbol that has no effect on your taxes. So
indeed.
cherish those moments and understand where you're trying to go for the future. My bad. Go ahead, Jay.
Nah, that's it, man. Look, we've held y'all for long enough, man. We always say that the most powerful commodity we have is money. It's time. And we thank y'all for sharing y'all's with us.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank
Love
you.
the people who love you back, like I always say. And until the next time, this is the BOTB Live Show. Y'all be good. We gone.
All right. God
All right.
bless.
Bye.